r/ask Reddit. Non-Americans of Reddit, what is the craziest rumor you heard about America that turned out to be true? Surfer dudes actually speak like that. Californians speak like that too. All of the food is bigger. That people actually get attacked by alligators which got in their pools, specifically referring to Florida here. I'm from Quebec, and when we went down to Boston for a school trip, I sneezed in public and heard 2 or 3 people say bless you. Quite a weird rumor I had heard not 2 months prior to that. I thought it was nice. I always thought that the Olive Garden in The Simpsons was just code for generic restaurant. I mean, you're still accurate in saying that. I really want to check something. In the movies/series, schools have a cluck ton of extracurricular activities and clubs. Basketball, football, swimming, cheerleaders, chess, and a lot of more. How true is that? Also, how serious are those games between schools? My best friend is a teacher and runs a Pokemon card game after school club. Poke Club or something. He actually gets stipends from the school to run it, so he gets paid to play Pokemon after school. It's also the most popular club in the school, with a waiting list to get in. Yes, that's real. The seriousness varies by geographic region. Where I'm at in Ohio, school sports are fairly lighthearted, but in Texas, high school football is very serious. Free refills. That Dolly Parton has her own theme park in Tennessee. I thought it was a joke. That woman is a saint. She has a book program for children where, once they are born, they will receive a free children's book once a month until they turn 5. I studied in Maryland for about half a year back in 2017. I'd always heard that Americans are like super good at pie. I was pretty much all alone during Thanksgiving, since everyone else was with their families. One of the RAs I'd befriended knocked on my door and brought me all different kinds of pie. Dear Lord, I've never tasted anything that delicious. From blueberry to apple to pumpkin. Every single pie. They were all amazing. I'm from Australia, and all my life I believed red Solo cups were like 555 area codes, a Hollywood prop. When I immigrated to the US, my mother-in-law was making dinner and offered me iced tea in a red Solo cup. I lost it, made everyone sign the cup. I've still got it. The Solo cup stories always kill me. We had some German exchange students in high school, and one of them loved how many American things were just like the movies. We rode in the back of a truck to a pizza place for lunch that day, and he was loving it. In the afternoon there was a party/get together at someone's house. The kid was eyeing the stack of Solo cups and coyly asked, "Can I keep one?" We said sure, and the red Solo cup was the cherry on top of his American experience that day. Sports bars are actually exactly how they're portrayed on TV. Just much less attractive people. Masked people come to your house, knock on your door asking for candy. Mostly it's just packs of kids, but sometimes whole families. This was my friend's Halloween culture shock. Drink sizes. Holy crap. When my family visited in 2017, we landed in Texas for a stopover. First thing I saw in the shops part of the terminal was a dude who was drinking from what looked like an actual freaking bucket. Here in New Zealand our large drinks would be considered an American, small, or maybe medium. Texas is known for basically having double sizes of anything from any other states. We need bigger cups though than most of the world, since over half of the cup is filled with ice. Not exactly crazy, but I wanted to test out the stereotype that Americans will talk to anyone. So I sought out a sports bar on my first visit. Ended up having a ton of really fun conversations with total strangers who I'll never talk to ever again. It was great. American, I will speak to anyone about anything. I can't even count the number of times I've randomly started conversations with strangers, become friends within 30 minutes, then never spoken to them again. When I started traveling for work, I'd often find myself in bars or on flights and buses alone. So I'd end up starting a convo so I could have some human interaction. Lol. Biscuits and gravy is a legit thing. Also, you can ride motorcycles without helmets in some states. And your iced tea isn't sweetened, unless you ask for sweet. $2 bills. I remember working at a Taco Bell and our new cashier never saw a $2 bill in her life, and this dude tried to use it to buy his taco, and she said, "Sir, this is counterfeit, and I will call the police if you don't leave." He starts yelling at her, and our manager steps up, takes the bill, and gives the man his order, and tells the girl that $2 bills are actual currency. I couldn't stop laughing. I actually don't properly know if this is true, but you have like a whole aisle in your supermarkets dedicated to just the hundreds of cereals you have. Mostly true. It's cereal and other breakfast items, like granola and oatmeal. But mostly cereal. American state and national parks are some of the most beautiful places on earth. All parks could use more funding, but American parks are well staffed and maintained. There's real pride. I love our national and state park systems. One of my state parks recently got a herd of bison which I haven't seen in the wild since my trip to Yellowstone. The week I graduate I'm going to go see them and relax in nature. America has libraries that are essentially free to use. This was not even a rumor, but more like sarcastic comment from a friend who heard I was excited to go to the US because he knew what book nerds my entire family is. When I first arrived here 25 years ago, the first day of work at Newark, New Jersey, I walked out at lunchtime and saw the huge central library. The size boggled my mind, but I bravely walked in to check it out. The guy says, "Yup, show me your work ID for local address and you get a membership card." Me, how much does it cost? I only own $80 total till I get my first pay. Bemused, almost laughing. It's free. You don't pay anything. Me, after a brief recovery time from shock. So how many books am I allowed to take home? Expecting that to be a catch. Maybe I need to put down a security deposit for each book. Now positively enjoying himself. How many can you carry? That day I took home 30 plus books, just being greedy, and quickly called my dad to tell him about it. For a guy who painstakingly would browse used bookstores in small town India, just to get his kids great books to read, he was suitably amazed. He was puzzled if that would kill the bookstore business, because who'd buy if such free libraries existed? To this date I remember the gratitude I felt that day for being able to come here. And when dad visited some years later, I would drop him off at a library on my way to work, and he'd be lost in it all day. So apparently yellow school buses are actually a thing in America. I honestly thought it was just a cartoon thing, but nope. The minimal amount of paid days off you get from work. A friend of mine from Wisconsin was very proud he got 20 days off per year. If someone in Germany would offer me only 20 days, I would laugh at him and leave. As an American, I think you could also ask this question to Americans. Cause there are some weird ass states, man. Dry counties. Cities where places aren't allowed to be open on Sunday, or there are only certain hours on Sundays. Not being able to pump your own gas. Whoa. There's places where you can't pump your own gas? I feel like an idiot for not knowing this. LMAO. Oregon and New Jersey, I think. Oregon here. Can confirm. Afraid to drive outside the state because I don't know how to pump my own gas. That you can identify Texans with the simple phrase "the stars at night are big and bright." Clap clap clap. Deep in the heart of Texas. Howdy. The honking. I thought it was a movie stereotype, and then I went to New York. It's rare outside of big cities in my opinion. If you honk where I grew up, you were getting the stinky from everyone around. Maybe even an exaggerated upturned palm. That Hawaiians really like Spam. Yeah, and there's a perfectly good reason for it too. After Pearl Harbor, the effects of World War II started in the US, and rationing became a thing. Well, it turns out that it's kind of hard to get fresh rations to an island that imports a lot. So, for meat, they had to make do with Spam. Human ingenuity prevails, and dishes were made, and that's how Hawaii learned to love Spam. Before I moved to America, I heard about dishwashers. That stuff sounded too good to be true. Well, imagine my surprise. That was me with lawnmowers. People where I was used shears and scythes. Lawnmowers were magical to me. That American kids eat straight sugar. Walked onto the playground and saw kids chugging these long thin sticks. I try and it was just colored sugar lol. Called them pixie sticks. Oh boy. Wait till you find out about Fun Dips. You have a hard candy stick, so all sugar that you lick and then dip into colored sugar to make it stick to the sugar stick. Then you lick the sugar powder off the sugar stick. After you finish all the powder, you eat the stick. You can see into the public toilet cubicles. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more edit videos like this. Don't forget to smash that like button and stay crispy guys.